Good afternoon. I'm Antonio McBride, and welcome to the first ever annual Travelers Awareness Seminar. We are honored to have these three experts in the field of avionics cost analysis here with us today. Combined, they have over 120 hours of field research and analysis data, and 27 weeks of accumulated public speaking training. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Online, I present to you Robert Casey, Derek Rude, and Michael Brinkowski.
Most of us can remember flying on an airplane as a kid and passing through an airport prior to the attacks of September 11th, 2001. Most of us can remember the ease of air travel. Buy your tickets, walk to your terminal gate. Simple and quick. I remember as a kid going into airports, walking around and exploring the entire airport, looking at different shops and different artwork and different culture. Now, as a result of the attacks of 9/11, 2001, we don't get the luxury of exploring airports, getting to know its culture of the local area. We are now required to stay behind security checkpoints and not able to pass from different terminals as we want and to the loading area as we want. Some of the changes that have taken place since the attacks are the creation of the TSA, restrictions of what you can and cannot bring onto a flight, the controversial body searches and body scans conducted by the TSA, and of course, none of this is free. Somebody has to pay for it, and that's the taxpayer and the traveler.
After the attacks on 9/11, our airport security system received a major overhaul. This overhaul did not come cheap. Airlines and passengers were asked to cover a large percentage of the bill. Passengers are required to pay $2.50 per flight for financing, equipment, staff, and operations of our airport security system. In 2010, airlines and passengers paid $2 billion to fund the TSA, while the government paid only $8 billion. With the airlines covering such a large portion of the cost, this will lead to an increased cost to the passenger. The airlines used check bag fees and fuel surcharges to pay for their share. Then, at the same time, they reduced costs by cutting the number of flights and various other amenities such as complimentary snacks. With all these added costs and the added security, most passengers would not rather face the burden of flying unless it was absolutely necessary. There have been proposals to decrease the cost of security to encourage travelers. Some people think that the security is too in-depth to the point where they would rather not fly. I don't know what the answer to fix this is, safety or economics. Either way, the airlines will always find a way to make their consumers pay for the extra cost that was brought on by 9/11.
As with everything in today's world, everything is changing, and the security at airports aren't much different. With the way the current events are taking place, we can never be too secure at airports. Airports should be where we pay attention to security, because even if one small thing goes wrong, then they could shut a whole airport down for days, if not a week. In the past, everything about airport security has changed. New government departments have been created, and billions of dollars have been spent to make airports and the travelers feel more safe. Airport security and how it is ran is always going to be controversial. Some people believe that it should be stricter, and others believe that it is impeding on their privacy rights. While airport security will always be controversial, it is a necessary evil. It is a pain for most people to have to show up to an airport hours early, to wait in longer lines, than have their personal items rummaged through by a complete stranger. In the news, sometimes they report that TSA is being unprofessional in how they go about doing their business. This is not completely on the TSA. It is on one employee of the administration. Airport security keeps the general public safer while flying and going throughout their business at airports. which is what we need so that an event like 9/11 will never happen again.